Coughlin would butt heads quite a bit.
And Tom Coughlin is the X factor.
Right.
Is the Jacksonville Jaguars coaching job a real good coaching job, knowing that you have an owner that is a very patient owner that will do everything he can to give you an opportunity? He's spent money on players. He's a very reasonable guy. I've never met him, but is it a reasonable job?
Okay, I'll give you this scenario. Take away the team. I have 2 stud defensive ends. I have a solid right tackle. I have a really good running back. I have 2 speedy receivers on the outside. I have 2 serviceable quarterbacks that are better than average, and I have room to go with a bunch of draft picks. How exciting is that? No matter which team it is, that's the kind of job you would want.
Okay. And finally, let's wrap this program up by talking about today's game. What do you expect between 2 teams with identical 4-8 records this afternoon, David?
I expect it to be close, number one. I don't expect this to be a blowout like it was last week with Tampa Bay. I think that the Jaguars know. You play teams a lot, and San Diego, I said it, Los Angeles is a team the Jaguars have played quite a bit, even though they're not in the same division. They tend to play them quite often, so they have a familiarity with them. I still think Rivers is going to torch them. I still see the team throwing 300 yards passing. I think they're going to stop the run, which they're going to key on that. And I see Los Angeles coming out with a 24-20 win.
All right, well, I mean, the last game was 20-17,
right.
So you're still looking at a game in that area.
Right. What about you?
At some point or another, I do believe that Jacksonville will get off the schneid. I really do. I know that they laid an egg against the Buccaneers, and I know that what you're telling me is that Rivers figures to have a good game. I think the X factor will be is whether or not Melvin Gordon has a big game for the Chargers. Mm-hmm. If Melvin Gordon plays to his capabilities, I think the Jaguars are in trouble. He's the X factor.
Most definitely.
A high-profile running back. And remember one thing about Melvin Gordon. Here's a guy that's playing for his next contract somewhere. Held out, and now he's got a chip on his shoulder. You know what? I'll be the optimist, okay? I'll give Jacksonville a 20-17 win again.
I like it. I just don't personally see it happening. I also know that next week, when they go to Oakland, I don't give them a chance, and that's because they're playing on the West Coast. They do terribly on the West Coast.
Right, but then my question is if Minshew struggles badly today, do you think Foles gets in the football game?
No.
You don't?
No, not with this crowd, and not with the way things are. The dynamic of it is that Marrone said, I'm going to play the player that I think that gives the team the best chance to win. Right now, that really is not Nick Foles, regardless of what Minshew does today.
So really, Nick Foles' future is really tied to the new coach, not the one that's on the verge of exiting.
We'll see.
All right, well, we'll keep a little intrigue. Meanwhile, just so you know, folks, you're listening to a live edition of the Sports Exchange live from Jacksonville, Florida, ahead of the LA Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars game. I'm along with David Levin, a regular contributor here on the Sports Exchange South Florida Tribune Broadcasting Network. I look forward to doing this with you, God willing, out in Atlanta. So, enjoyed it. We'll see where we're at record-wise, and I'll be very curious to see how the front office dimension plays out. Any closing thoughts at all, David?
It's overcast, it's a little cold outside, and boy, we really need a win.
Couldn't agree more. All right, well, you'll hear David Levin not only on this show, but we're working on bringing him in for 108 Stitches baseball talk. Okay, with Louis Addy-Weiss, myself, and David. He'll be a contributor from time to time. But meanwhile, live from Northern Florida, my name is Scott Morgan, off the Motor City Mountain Walk, along with
Dave Levin.
Wishing you a great Sunday, and hope you have a great time watching all the games. Take care, everybody, and happy holidays.